I'd like to welcome you to the third of our series of tapes. This particular tape is going to deal with foot sweeping techniques and takedowns. This is more for the advanced student, however, we want even the beginners to participate. When you're through with this, you're going to have all the ammunition you need in tournament competition. Thank you very much. Probably one of the more exciting parts of a karate tournament is to see somebody throw a good strong sweep or use a takedown technique to score a point. And what I want to do now for the next hour is spend some time on sweeping techniques and takedowns. Essentially, the position of the foot is very essential to a good sweep. So with the help of my assistant here, let me have Eric come up here. We essentially want to be able to use the arch of our foot from the base of the toe, big toe, to the heel as a striking surface on a sweep. And what I want to feel as my foot is like a clamp, clamping onto my opponent's foot and actually just adhering to it and taking him off the ground. So if you put your right foot forward for me, please. Right. What I want to be able to do is bring my foot in one of two ways, either straight in so that the arch of the foot hits right above his ankle, hoping that through my momentum of my upper body, his weight is going to lean back. As his weight leans back, then my sweep becomes so much easier to hit. A second method of sweeping, instead of bringing the foot more straight in, is actually hooking the leg. The problem with this one here is if you miss, your body is in a more vulnerable position. Okay? But the idea of this is for me to bring my foot around behind his ankle and sweep from behind this way. So if he was starting to move back, I could easily sweep his leg. Whatever one I use, okay, a front sweep if you move with me, or a hooking sweep this way, I want to try to recover so that I can continue the match. One of the worst things people do is they try to sweep with such commitment, go ahead, step back, that your body's out of control, and now he has the easy counterattack on me. So I must be able to keep control of my body when I do the sweep. Okay, little drill that I like to have us practice to get a feeling of the sweeping is just to get in a forward stance position, if you're getting right foot forward. And all we're going to do is just take turns touching the arch of the foot back and forth. Okay, so he's practicing the correct part of the foot to touch with. Okay. And if we switch feet, right, same way, touch, and back. Notice when I move towards him, too, this is very important. My front foot doesn't stay way back here. I actually move my foot towards him. It helps me get a little bit more momentum. I always like to compare this, go ahead, Eric, like a soccer player moving in to kick the ball. He moves in and it kicks. Or a field goal kicker getting ready to kick the football through the uprights. Okay, move in, and your hips should be moving in towards your kick. Okay? I don't want my body going back. I want my hips moving in so I get more power on the sweep. Okay? Now, to make a combination from this is very essential. So let's get left foot forward position. If I sweep him, it's a wonderful thing, but it's not necessarily the most important thing, because by trying to sweep him, it disturbs him. If I just touch his leg, he doesn't like it. By the way, this hurts. If I come up full speed ahead, you'll step back and try to sweep him as hard as I can, and even though I may not knock him off his feet, he's going to feel discomfort on his leg. So his tendency is to let his hands drop. For some reason or another, they try to block a sweep. It's impossible to do. So if his hands go down, then it's easy for me to make a combination and follow through on the next movement. Okay? So if he'll do the same thing to me as he goes to sweep, my hands go down, and he does the face level punch. So we're going to practice this way. Okay? Back up, please. Hey, bow. Okay, and I'd like the rest of you to practice this at home. Ollie, if you come in here. Okay, and you gentlemen, left foot forward, freestyle position. Jimmy. Okay? Now, it's important that the attacking person is very committed to the sweep. Okay, if not, then it's not become realistic. So Ollie's really going to try to sweep him, but Eric knows it's coming, so he steps back out of the way. Good, Ollie, try to sweep him. Good, okay? And now Eric, try to sweep him. Good. And you may. Okay, switch your feet around. Let's do a few repetitions from their side. Now, until you feel comfortable with this motion, you should slow it down. I'm having Eric and Ali do a little faster so you can get the feeling of what we're looking for as far as countering. One more. Good. And you may back. Now, the next type of sweep we're going to do is very similar, except the fact that we're going to do a different type of footwork. Now, the footwork we just did was a stepping footwork, stepping in. The next one we're going to do is a shuffling in. You remember these from the first two tapes, stepping and shuffling. So now I'm going to shuffle up and tap the inside of the leg. Okay, and again, I'm trying to break my opponent's concentration and balance, but if I get them leaning the wrong way, it's very easy to knock him off his feet. So Eric, if you come up here for a second, please. Okay, and left foot forward. Yoi. Okay, so my first sweep went to the outside of the leg. Okay, this sweep is going to the inside, so we call it an inside sweep. So I'm shuffling up and tapping the inside of his leg with the arch of my foot. And I can kind of guard it. If his foot doesn't move, I can actually slide his front foot from here. See, I can move his foot towards me if I want. So what I'm trying to do here is come up, tap, and jab. Okay, come up, tap, and jab. See, I'm breaking his balance on that inside leg. And even though I'm not knocking him off his feet, it's very disturbing to him. His tendency, as I move forward, is weight lean back. And that leg's real easy to lift and finish with a counter punch. Okay, and we'll stop right there. Okay, and Ollie, if you come up again, please. Okay, and we'll just slow this one down just a little bit. This one I wanted to slow down primarily because of the fact that this is a dangerous technique. Some karate tournaments will not allow this technique because of the fact that you can crack the ankle from the inside here. But again, other tournaments will allow it. Okay, everybody left foot forward, freestyle position. 3. Okay, and Ali, go ahead and you go ahead and slide up. Go ahead, shuffle up, sweep, and counter with your left hand. Left hand. Okay, Eric. Okay, go ahead, just go back and forth. Go and move a little bit with it to challenge each other a little bit. Good. And you can use a jab punch or a reverse punch. You notice Ollie's using his left hand. Eric is using more of his right hand. Either technique is acceptable. You can even make a combination out of it if you wanted to. Good. And yame back. Let's take a look. Now we have the outside sweep from here. We're coming in and sweeping from the outside. We have the inside sweep when you skip up and sweep from the inside, this position here. Now let's say, for example, that your opponent's stance is adjacent to yours. For example, we've done everything so far from a left foot forward position. Let's come out again, please. Okay, so we're in left foot forward position. So from here, I can use the outside sweep with my rear foot or the inside sweep with my front foot. But let's say, for example, he were fading this way, where he has his left foot forward and I have my right foot forward. The inside sweep is not so good for me right here. Go ahead, step back, okay? Because it really puts him in a better position defensively than me offensively. So what I like to do is that shuffling motion and change so that my foot goes to the outside of his ankle. Okay? I'm going to shuffle up here, and as he starts to move back, catch his leg from the outside of the leg. Okay? So from here, I'm coming up this way and shuffling. Okay? And shuffling. Notice what it does to his balance. I'm not necessarily knocking him off his feet every time, but it's definitely disturbing his balance. So from here, then it's easy for me to come in with a punch underneath this way if I want to. Okay? Okay, let me have Ali come up again, please. And Ali, I'm going to have you be in right foot forward and Eric left foot forward position. Okay? You way. Okay, and Ali, go ahead. You shuffle up and sweep with your right foot. Go ahead. Okay, and Eric left foot. Good. The target area can be the body or the face, either one. Now, as you're practicing this with a partner, you'll find that after a few sweeps, it's not real comfortable. So you can ease off the power a little better. Either that, you might even want to put a heavy-duty pad or ankle wrap on so you can make it more real. But you really can see that this is a very strong technique. AMA, okay. Now, essentially what we want to be able to do is take sweeping techniques and build combinations off them, just like we did in tape number 1, where we took the footwork, the step, shuffle, lunge, and skipping, and we made combinations. We can do the same thing with sweeping. So a real common sweeping technique, which we're going to practice our first combination, is sweeping and then into a roundhouse kick. So Eric, if you could help me out, please. And remember, irregardless of the fact that the sweep works or not, the combination will still work. So let's get in left foot forward position. Okay, so the sweep from here, I'm trying to sweep with this leg. As his body moves back, maybe I'm not successful with the sweep. Then I take my rear leg, come right with a roundhouse kick into a punch. So I'm actually doing 3 moves here. Okay, first one, if it works, I'll take care of him when he hits the floor. Okay, but if it doesn't work, I break his balance, come to the roundhouse kick into a reverse punch position. Okay, so it's likewise, he does a sweep to me, okay, roundhouse kick to me, and a reverse punch to my body. Okay, watch again. Sweeping, round kick, reverse punch. Sweeping, round kick, reverse punch. And the thing that's so great about this, you have so many target areas. See, I don't have to worry about if I'm going to go face or stomach or chest. He has no idea where I'm going. Okay, so I'm disturbing his balance with the sweep. Now the kick, it could be low in a street fight or point here. Okay, I could add a back fist if I wanted to. Punch, there's so many opportunities that happen during the course of the combination. Okay, one more time. He sweeps, round kick, reverse punch. Good. Okay, Ali's come back in. Let's practice this a few times. And just keep it about that speed. Okay, the main thing now is we're working the combination. Okay, left foot forward freestyle position. Come in. Okay, Ali, you start off. Sweep, round kick, reverse punch. Okay. And again, emphasize posture. Don't deviate from basics. Good. Let's go ahead and switch feet and do a few from the other side. See, Eric improvised a little bit there. He put a little bit of a backhand in there. AMA. Hands good. About and back. Okay, now to continue, I want to go back and take those 3 types of techniques and show them under a real situation. So, Eric, could you help me out, please? The first technique, again, I want to demonstrate slowly for you. Okay, left foot forward freestyle. Okay, was a sweeping technique, but this time he's actually going to go down, so I must finish him. Okay, so it's a sweeping technique from the outside. That's technique number 1. Okay, ready? Hey, back up. Okay, continuing now with the second sweep, left foot forward, freestyle position. Okay, and I want to show this slowly. The first one I want to do is I'm going to do this shuffling motion. I break his balance from the inside, and as I catch his leg and pull it towards me, I push him off balance and finish off with a stomping kick. Hey, 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 And the third technique is when you have the adjacent foot forward. So in this one here, we're going to be coming up, sweeping from this position, and taking him down at the same time and finishing him off. Hey, back up. Hey, back up. Okay, now sweeping can be done in some extended movements, what I'm going to show you in just a few minutes, some other options we have as far as sweeping goes. But the next thing I want to work on is takedown techniques. Now essentially there are 2 ways that you can take somebody down that's legitimate for a competition type situation. Eric, if you stand just for a second. What I want to do is show how you could do it, show the foot position, then I'll show how we got into this in just a moment. The one is, if you could just hold your right leg, I'm going to catch the leg. Okay? It's catching the leg, and the one takedown is like a trip. You put your foot behind your partner's leg and take him down this way. Okay? And the other one is the same way you catch the leg, but from the outside, from here, And this one here is more of a sweep, like the first technique that we showed when the person is stationary. What I like to do when I sweep from this position is I actually lift. I grab them here and the leg, and I lift up in the air with my upper torso. I throw my knee into his bottom, and I catch here. So I get him really coming up high in the air. Okay, is that you or me? Okay, this gets his body to be elevated a little bit more, and it's easier strength-wise, especially if you're not as strong. If you're a stronger person, you just pick him up and throw him down. But most people need to use some type of technique on a takedown technique. All right, let's go through it and how we could get to that particular type of situation. Eric, let me have you start in the corner right here. Remember earlier when we were talking about footwork from one of the earlier tapes, about moving your body to the side. So we're going to do that right now. If you'll get in left foot forward freestyle position. And as he does a roundhouse kick, I'm going to move to the inside of his body. Okay? My footwork moves to the inside, and I catch him. Okay, now we're going to show it from a different angle. This way right here. Okay, so I'm avoiding the kick. The kick, if I don't move, would kick me right here in the head or body. But I'm moving over there. Go ahead and kick. So I catch his leg. I have his legs controlled here. Now I'm going to put my foot behind his ankle and take him down. And then finish him off. Okay? This should be done, of course, in a very fast motion that's continuous from the time of catching the takedown to finishing punch. Now we're going to take the technique and show it at full speed. And I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate here with Eric. We'll do it from different angles and different views. And we'll start this way, left foot forward, freestyle position. Before we do this, remember the idea of this is I've already moved to the side. I can see he's telegraphed this kick. So I move to the side. And matter of fact, I better do one slow one for you. Okay, go ahead. And I move to the side from this position. Now from here, it's real easy for me to slip my foot inside him here, take him down. I don't have to even be strong. He just tripped over my leg. And look at all the wide open targets I have. Stomach or groin, very easy to take down. Okay? Okay, let's do it from here. Okay? I hit my washigiri. Hey, cha! Oh, yeah! Hey, back up. Good. Okay, now just to show the effectiveness of the technique, I weigh 200 pounds, sometimes more than that, and so sometimes it's easy for me to make the technique look easy. So I'm going to have Mrs. Godshaw, who weighs about 120 pounds, come out here, and if you'll come on this side right here, okay, and Eric, why don't you come out here first? Okay, get ready. Okay, so as you can see that a smaller person can defend against a bigger person. Okay, left foot forward freestyle. Okay, Mawashigiri. Good. Okay, and Dane. Very good. Okay, now the next technique is instead of hooking your leg on the inside like I did with Eric, is we're going to take it like a foot sweep. And let me demonstrate that again. We'll use the mat here. Eric, if you can help me out, please. Okay, this time, however, I'm grabbing a different way. Watch the way I'm grabbing. The first time, I move to the inside. Let's do the first one again. Okay? I'm here, and I put my leg behind the ankle. Okay, in this position here. You can see I can tie up his hands. How easy it is here? Okay, the second one now, as he kicks, I'm going to catch his leg with my rear hand. Okay, so as he does a front kick this time. And I catch this way. Okay, I advise when you do this particular technique to actually let your body move towards your opponent. What would happen, go ahead and do a kick, is that you just act like you're walking right by the person. It's a little scary when you first try it, but I'm not standing right in front of him. And what I'm doing is that leg, go ahead and start that kick, I just knock it right beside me. Okay, so I'm walking by him. But as I'm walking towards him, I'm going to catch his leg right here. Now I have my foot in a position where I can sweep him. Okay? That's that same foot position we did earlier on the foot sweep, the arch of the foot touching. And I'm going to lift with my hands and my forearm and my knee here and take him down the ground. Okay, let's show it from a different side. Okay, so from here, I move towards him, I catch his leg. Okay, my left foot is going to kick his ankle, and my knee comes up underneath his bottom. I'm lifting with my torso. Here, okay, this way, and yeah, finish him off with a punch afterwards. Okay, back up. It's not, Eric, if you get left foot forward, it's not necessarily bad to catch with your front hand, go ahead, catch it, but it's a little bit harder to get the sweep in. Okay, so I prefer to catch with my rear hand this way when I do it. Now I'm in perfect position for the sweep right here. Okay? Let's have Mrs. Godshaw come up and do that one also. Okay, come over to this side. Okay, guys, get ready. Okay, Eric, you're going to be the bad guy.
Oh, yes, you must. Hey!
Good. Hey, back. One thing I want to emphasize is the lifting part is not the most important thing, because even if you can't lift the person off the ground, you have leverage on them. So if we're in this position and he does that front kick and I catch his leg, right from here, I can trip him essentially from here. See, he has nothing, he can just fall off my leg from this position. There's no foundation for him because I have control in his one leg and the other one stuck next to my foot here. But if you get a little bit of elevation, then you're going to get a lot more power when that person hits the ground. Now we're assuming, of course, that everybody knows how to break fall, and that's why essentially the takedown techniques and the sweeping techniques are a dangerous aspect of karate tournaments and are very, very effective in the street because the average person does not know how to take a fall. Okay, we're going to continue with takedown techniques. The last one that I want to work with is osotogari, which is very common in judo, but it's also very legal and very good for karate technique. Now, for the people who don't know what osotogari means, let me demonstrate that for you with Eric. If you come out here, please. Okay, essentially, there are two methods that we're going to use on this. If you'll get in left foot forward position, I'll get in right foot forward position. What I want to do is get my rear foot behind his front foot. Okay, so quickly, I'm going to move my foot to this position. The problem here lies that we're equal size and strength, so he could very easily do the same thing I want to do to him, and that is take this leg out. So for me to get the advantage, I'm going to lean into him this way. Okay? Now he doesn't have an advantage, I do. And I'm going to lift my leg and finish him with a technique. Okay? Let's go from the other side so they can see a different angle. Okay? Remember from here that I want to make sure that I break his balance. If I just stand up straight like this, he can do the same thing to me that I want to do to him. So from here, I want to get my body into him. I'm really jamming my chest and my upper torso into him. I'm also trapping his hands so he can't punch me. I lift my leg up in the air, and he goes down, controlling his arm, and I can punch him in the head or the rib cage very easily from this position. Okay? Okay, let's go back over here again. A second option I have on this is if we both have the same feet forward, okay, left foot forward position. And you recall our footwork, okay? This first one was stepping. The second technique is shuffling. Same principle. I want to get my chest and shoulder up into his body. Here, my foot's behind his body. I lift his leg and finish him from this position. Okay? Okay? Again, I'm shuffling up, breaking his balance, lifting his leg, and finishing him with a punch to the head. Okay? Okay, Eric, let's have you and Ali work on that a little bit. Come up here. I want you gentlemen to start so that Eric, you'll be left foot forward, and Ali will be right foot forward. Okay, come on in. Okay, right, freestyle position. Come here. Okay, and Ali, you go ahead, you step across, do the takedown, and finish him off. Okay, switch your feet and do the other side. And back up. Okay, now the second technique. If both of you guys will get left foot forward, please. Okay, and Ali, I want you to shuffle up behind his leg. Ready? Go. Take him down and finish him. Okay. Okay, and Eric. Now it's left foot forward. Good. Okay, now do the right foot forward. And back up. Right? Out each other. Now, I want to go back over that last technique one more time. I want to make sure that everybody understands that it's so important to try to control your opponent. So, Eric, if you can help me out just for a second. We never want to be pessimistic in our midst of training or in self-defense, but what we're doing is being prepared. So if one technique doesn't work, we're ready to go right into the next technique. And that's why we practice combinations. So if we get into left foot forward position again, okay, that second technique was to shuffle up and take him down. Okay, when I take him down, from this position, I'm going to be holding on with my left hand. See how I kind of let his arm slip between my arm and my shoulder from this position? Number one, he cannot use this arm anymore, but look at how it opens up his body. Okay? If you'll notice sometimes when people fall, they fall with their arm this way, and they're doing this, you punch the guy in the arm, and that's not effective. So I want to be in a position where I'm controlling his body. Okay? So from here, as I come up to this position, from here, okay, notice his left arm. When I take him down, I'm trapping it in my elbow joint. Okay? Now I can punch him here. I can drop a knee on him. Or I can come up here and put an arm bar on him. I have so many options left available to me besides the basic takedown and punch. Same thing applies with the first technique. Okay, but you want to be able to control the arm as much as possible. And I want to stress that to you as you practice at home or if you practice with a partner, don't let them fall to the ground, not be under control, because they can get right back up again and continue fighting. We don't want that to happen. Okay, a great way for training for tournaments or training in the dojo for fighting is by doing one-step sparring. Most traditional Japanese Okinawan style is called Ippon Kumite. At our particular dojo, we practice it as 6 attacks. Face attack, Jodanzuki, stomach attack, Chudanzuki, front kick, Maigeri, side kick, Yokogeri, round kick, Mowashigeri, and your spinning back kick, Ushurogeri. So what I want to do now is take these types of attacks and be the defensive person, myself be the defensive person, and use some of these takedowns and sweeping techniques we've looked at earlier up to this point right now. Keep in mind now, one-point sparring is like a real fight. You know, somebody comes at you, they give you one strong attack, and you're supposed to be able to block and counter it. Same way in a karate tournament. You should be able to block and counter the attack. Okay, so Eric, if you come up with me from here. Now, I want to stress to you that these techniques are going to be very difficult for a beginner to do. And it's going to take a lot of practice to do it. And timing is essential. Okay, you have to be able to have exact timing or some of these techniques will not work for you. Okay, the first technique we're going to do, is for a face level attack. Okay, I'm going to do this slowly. Okay, left foot forward, freestyle position. Okay, as he steps, I'm going to keep my distance by slightly lunging back a little bit. Okay, so he goes and steps in, and I sweep the hand away from my face. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do now is the takedown technique, the Osotogari. So I'm going to cross behind his foot, same time my right hand comes underneath and across his body. Okay, see, I have control. My right hand's across his body from here. He cannot punch me, strike me, or anything in this particular position. Now I'm going to use the takedown technique by sweeping my leg back, this right leg backwards, controlling his front hand, and counter-punching to the head. Okay, well now we'll do it step by step, but not too fast. So he steps in Jodan, I block, come under, take him down, and counterpunch. Okay. Second technique. For a stomach level attack, as his body is moving towards me, I'm going to take my front foot and sweep his front foot. Okay, so I want to actually catch his foot while it's moving before it sets the ground. And this is where timing is very essential. My front hand is jamming his arm right here, so this punch is no longer effective. Okay, so we'll do this slowly. So he comes in, I'm jamming, and same time as that foot moves forward, let's go back and start over again, I guide his foot and finish him off. Okay, go ahead. Hey. Okay, back again. Okay. We'll go back and go through all these again in just a minute. I just want to demonstrate them first. Okay, the third technique is for a front kick. Okay, the front technique we used a little bit earlier. Okay, but this one here, instead of catching a leg here, okay, go ahead and do the kick. I block his kick out of the way, and his foot lands. Notice where his foot position is. It's going off that direction. So it's real easy for me to sweep it in that direction. So as he does the attack, I block the leg. As his foot hits, I sweep the leg, and again, come over here and finish him off. Okay, go ahead. He kicks, I block the leg, I sweep the leg, and finish him off. Okay, the fourth technique is the side thrust kick. Okay, side thrust kick, he's going to kick me chest level or head level with his rear leg, and I'm going to use my forearm to knock the kick off balance. Okay. Okay, and this technique I showed back in one of the earlier techniques. You grab the shirt collar and the pant, and you push in. I'm pushing in his lower back, punch me from there. Okay, he can't get me. Okay, or if I want to, I can grab the hair. And you pull and escape out of the way. Remember, the escape out of the way is important because sometimes people, when they fall, their feet fall up in the air, and you don't want to get kicked in the face. So let's take a look at that again. As he does the side thrust kick, I block it, grab by his belt and by his shirt collar, breaking his balance. See, I have other options here. I can kick his legs, I can drive on his knee, I can scoop his groin, So I have a lot of things available to me if it was a street situation, but I'll just take him back here and let him fall down on his back. Okay, next one is the roundhouse kick. And the roundhouse kick, we're going to go back and repeat a technique that we did a little bit earlier. Okay, so he does a roundhouse kick. I'm going to catch the leg, but I'm going to do one little thing to it differently. I'm going to spin him around a little bit, make it a little bit dizzy, and then take him down and finish him. So rather than just catching the leg, I just move around in a circle because his one foot is like a pivot for him. Okay, watch this again. Earlier, go ahead, kick. I just took him here, put my foot behind, and took him down. Okay, now I'm going to spin him around a little bit and get him in a better position and then finish him off. And the last technique we're going to use is a spinning back kick. On a spinning back kick, we don't want to move into his power. For example, this is incorrect what I'm doing. Go ahead, do a spinning back kick slowly. You'll move into the kick. I move right into his kick is no good. Okay? So what I want to be able to do is move towards his body. As he starts to kick, I'm moving right into him here. Okay? From this position here. Foot behind the leg, take him down, and finish him off. Okay? Okay, one more time. Go ahead. As the kick starts, I'm moving in towards his body. Okay, I just move right into him here, break his balance. Okay, throw him back over my leg, and finish him off. Okay, now with the help of Ali and Eric here, we're going to go through and they're going to practice the 6 techniques just like you should be practicing at home. I want to emphasize to you right now that the speed is not the essential part, but it's really doing the technique correctly. So they're going to be going back and doing the 6 attacks. Again, the face attack, the stomach attack, the front kick, the side thrust kick, the roundhouse kick, and the spinning back kick. And then should use the appropriate techniques emphasizing the takedowns and finishing techniques. Okay, let's start left foot forward freestyle. Shmee. Okay, the first technique was sweeping block, step behind, take down. Okay, Ali, go ahead and attack. Yep. Block, take down, counter attack. Good, back up. Okay, so we now get the other partner going. So if you're at home practicing, now your other partner goes. Go ahead. Block, take down, counter punch. Good. Step behind, take down. Okay? Ali, go ahead and attack. Yep. Block, take down, counter attack. Good, back up. Okay, so we now get the other partner going. So if you're at home practicing, now your other partner goes. Go ahead. Block, take down, counter punch. Good. Second technique you recall is trapping the front arm as it comes in and sweeping the front leg. Okay? Go ahead and attack. Sweeping and counter attack. This one's a little bit more challenging. It takes a lot of good timing on this. Okay? Go ahead. Trap the arm, sweep the leg, counter attack. Good. Okay, go ahead and attack. Sweeping and counterattack. This one's a little bit more challenging. It takes a lot of good timing on this. Okay, go ahead. Trap the arm, sweep the leg, counterattack. Good. Third technique was knocking the front kick to the side, then sweeping that leg out and counterattacking. Go ahead. Good. Go ahead. Good. Okay, the fourth technique was using a forearm block to knock the side thrust kick out of the way, and then from there, knock them off their feet by pulling them back. Go ahead. Oh! And back. And again, on that last technique, you should be grabbing at the shirt collar and pushing it at the back. Go ahead. Block, grab, and pull. Go ahead. Oh! And back. And again, on that last technique, you should be grabbing at the shirt collar and pushing it at the back. Go ahead. Block, grab, and pull. Fifth technique was catching the roundhouse kick to the inside, spinning them around, and then taking them down. Go ahead, roundhouse kick. Spin them around, take them down, and back up. And back. Go ahead, roundhouse kick. Spin him around, take him down, and back up. And back. Okay, the last technique was moving to the inside of a spinning back kick and knocking your leg off balance. Go ahead. Good. Go ahead. Good. Now that you've participated in our third tape, foot sweeping and takedown techniques, you're ready to move on to the most fun part of Kumite, the tournament competition itself.